You had auditioned for Back to the Future, and you didn't get the part in Back to the Future. Eric Stoltz did, I heard.
Yeah, well, what happened, I didn't audition for it. They'd come, I didn't know this, but they'd gone to Gary Goldberg and asked if I could get out of the show.
Family Ties.
Yeah, to do Back to the Future. And he said, no, are you crazy? We're on a roll and I can't give him up. And I didn't know about it. I didn't hear about it. In fact, the only connection I had with the movie was I was shooting Teen Wolf in Pasadena, and location scouts came for Back to the Future to check out the locations of the same street that we were shooting on, and I knew Crispin Glover, who had been on our show, and I knew he was in this movie, and I was really pissed that Crispin had this great Spielberg movie, and I was wearing all this hair on my face, doing essentially a metaphor about puberty.
Right.
So what happened was they shot with Eric for 5 weeks, and I guess it just didn't work. They weren't getting what they wanted.
Those stories are so weird to me. They shot for 5 weeks with Eric Stoltz, who's, a good actor, certainly
Great
capable.
Actor.
What do you think went wrong on Back to the Future with him?
I just don't think he was cheap and goofy enough. I just think that I have no shame, and so I was willing to do the eyeball rolling and the double takes and the.
Spielberg had you in mind when he was going to do Back to the Future.
Yeah, and they went to Gary, and Gary wouldn't let me on. And then they went back to Gary after shooting 5 weeks with Eric and said, "It's the last half of the season. We're shooting mostly at night.
Right?
Can we jam together all the night shoots so he can do Family Ties in the daytime?"
Can you
do
imagine?
Back to the Future at night?
Can you imagine if Gary hadn't given permission to do Back to the Future, which is just such a pivotal part of your career? I mean, it was huge.
I never would have known because
He never would have told you. I couldn't live with myself if I held you back from doing a Steven Spielberg movie.
I think he was happy to have the second opportunity to let me do it. And what I said to Gary was, I won't let you down. I'm not going to do this movie and have it do well and then bolt.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to stick around. And I stuck around for 7 seasons.
Yeah, you did, which was really good of you, because after a success like Back to the Future, and it's a franchise picture, and probably at that point in your life, when that movie comes out and it's huge, everyone in Hollywood probably wanted you for films. Most people would have done a really scummy thing and split the TV show.
It never occurred to me because Gary was just so good to me, and it was.
I remember even thinking, like, what the hell is he still doing on that show? Like, he could be in
there's a
any
big movie star on TV.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what's he doing? You know?
Yeah, I had to delay running my film career into the ground.